2022 has been an awesome year for us here at Farm Up. Not to say that there is no things that haven't gone well. Of course, you'll occasionally have things that slow down. You'll occasionally have things that have been delayed. For example, at the bigger farm, you saw our pond project. It took way longer than we had imagined. Maybe 8 months or even a year longer than we had imagined. But finally, we managed to get it done. So you'll always have things that slow you down, but the biggest thing is to have a general moving forward. And I'm so amazed. Can you imagine I started this farming thing in just 2019? Well, we've now moved into 2023, but just to think that in just 3 complete years, almost 4 years, I would have moved this far in the field. It's crazy, it's amazing. All it takes is passion and hard work. And well, in today's video, we're just going to be going through a recap of what we actually did in 2022, because it's always good to look back, see the things that you've achieved, and hey, plan for the next year. So at the bigger farm, we'll start off with the breeders. Early last year, that should have been in Jan, we managed to bring in broiler breeders, 40,000. And yes, it was something new, something different, something we had never experienced. But thank God, we actually managed to raise them. And they reached production, and up to now, they're still giving us broilers, good quality broilers. And by the way, if you do want to order some of these broilers, I leave our phone contacts in the description below. Just give us a phone call, send us a WhatsApp if you're in Uganda, and we'll be able to get you these broilers. So it was quite interesting. There was a lot to learn raising all these numbers of birds to point of maturity, to point of production. A lot to learn, a lot of hardships. But it was very beautiful knowing that we could get to this point. We started with no chicken houses at all, and in a short time we had 4 200-meter chicken houses, 200 meters long. You can imagine, all of them filled with broiler breeders. And like I've said, there was a very, very huge learning curve for us. But we took it gracefully, and it's turning out nicely. Also, still with the layers, we managed to cull a flock of the layer breeders. So we had about 10,000 layer breeders on the farm, and these were giving us the day-old chicks for the layers, part of which I actually do have on my farm right here. And yes, 3,000 of them reached their end. They reached the culling point, and we managed to cull them. So we still have about 7,000 of the layer breeders on the farm. And in one of my next videos, where I'm going to be sharing the plans for this year, I'm going to be sharing the restocking plan for that farm. Also, we managed to get done with the hatchery. Well, I wouldn't say get done, but get it to start working and, start being used. Of course, there's way more that needs to be done on our hatchery project, but it's good that we got somewhere. And yes, we managed to get done with the pond area project. That one was a long time coming. We had taken quite some time. We wanted to work on that area, but it had taken us really, really long. But finally, we got it done, moved the birds over there, gotten some free-range chickens, and moved the geese in an area near the pond so they can actually enjoy time on the water. And in moving the birds away to the pond section of the farm, we actually created space in order to have rabbits on the farm. And we're experimenting with free-range rabbits on the farm. That's something I'll have to share about a little bit later on, how the project is actually going, because it's interesting, really interesting. Again, we grew maize and suffered the same old outcome. What we found out is that the soils in the place where we actually do grow our maize, or the soils on the farm, are actually not very good soils. Not in terms of fertility, but they can't hold water. They lose moisture so quickly. And so after rain, in a very short time, you'll have the place dry. And so even if it has been raining just 1 week of no rain, the maize starts to dry up. So I don't think we're going to be doing maize ever again on that farm. Never. And speaking about maize, we faced the wrath of high maize prices. This is nothing I'd ever seen before. I speak in terms of Ugandan shillings. Usually when the price would go high, we would say it goes to 1,000, 1,100. This year we got to 2,100, 2-3 times the usual price. The usual price is about 600. We're buying maize at 2,100. That's freaking high, really, really high. And I can't tell you that we didn't face it. We haven't felt it. It has really taken us back, but well, it's a learning curve and we move on. And now for the smaller farm. On the smaller farm, we managed to restock birds once again. The chicken house had been empty for some time, but we finally managed to bring in birds. They were brooded birds, so I got them in from the bigger farm. They were brooded birds. about 2,000 of them, and they came in at about maybe 12, 13 weeks. And then they started production, and up to now they are doing really, really, really well. They're giving us in the high 80s, 89, 90%. Up to now, currently they should be maybe 54 weeks old, and they're still giving us, the high 80s, 90%. That's really, really good, and they're doing really well. And because of that, we actually started another of the projects, which is what you can see right behind me. This is the land that I acquired quite a while back. I believe I shared it on the YouTube channel. I leave a link to that video right here. And it had been lying here a bit redundant for quite some time. Well, not redundant. It was being used to cultivate crops, but the purpose wasn't to cultivate crops. So finally, we did manage to at least put up a chicken house over there, and also put up a house where the workers are staying. It's not really furnished and completed, but well, it's usable. And it also has a store. And over here we have 2,500, well, that's the target, but about 2,560 layers. Those are actually farm up chicks that are doing really, really well. I've been sharing the journey of how we actually grew them on the channel recently over the past few days. So they're doing really, really well. And it feels good to actually have a project start. Of course, we've crossed over to the new year, but that project started in the old year, so it's very beautiful and satisfying. Now about the Farm Up YouTube channel, we actually managed to go to 300,000 subscribers. Thanks guys, you guys are awesome. You who is watching, you're awesome. And it's really lovely knowing that the numbers keep growing, that people actually do still find value from the YouTube channel. I'm not boring, I'm not like, being there, not teaching anything new. People actually keep coming back, and you keep watching and learning new stuff. That really, really makes me happy. The other thing that really excites me is when I walk on the streets and I meet subscribers. I know they're really excited to see me, to talk to me. Feels really good. I feel like a celeb, even if I'm not, Makes me feel like a celeb. Just a humble farmer. They always say that farmers are humble. Why do they say humble farmer? Is a farmer who is on YouTube and is loved by millions of people still a humble farmer? Well, I think it's personality. I think I'm a humble farmer. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. And finally, I'll end with what I feel like has been the lowest point of my 2022. Not being able to start the Farm Up Academy. I really wanted to get the Farm Up Academy up and running by the end of 2022. The goal was December, but hey, the work has been so much. And I'm only one person. I can't let someone else do the Farm Up Academy. They wouldn't know what to do. I can't trust them, honestly, with it. So because of that, it's been so hard, and there's a lot of other work that I've been involved in. I shoot the videos, I shoot everything, but getting time to put everything together becomes so hard. Sometimes I'm really hopeful. I'm like, hey, I think I have a free week. I'm going to concentrate on this free week and do all these classes and get done with them. And by the time the week comes, I'm actually full. And I feel like that's been a downside. I'm not the kind of person who usually fails at things that I put my eyes on. But hey, 2023 is here. There's always still a chance. So that was our 2022. Tell me about your 2022 in the comment section below. I would love to know what you've accomplished and what you've grown. I'll certainly read through all of them as much as I can. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. That way you never miss out on an upload. Lots of love. Bye.